And I said, no, we're going to win Michigan. No, I kid when I say 25, but they put numbers. You know, they're called suppression polls. They make you, like, feel badly. So you say to your wife or you say to your husband, darling, let's go out to dinner and then we'll come back. We love our president. But, you know, the polls say he can't win. Well, right now we're leading in almost everywhere. We're leading almost everywhere. Now, I've got to say, I'm working my ass off here. This is Sleepy Joe. The guy goes to his basement. He's got another lid. You know, he goes to the basement. The lid, right? That's the garbage can. They put a lid on you. Now, yesterday we had 3 big ones, really big. In Pennsylvania, it was incredible. The crowds were incredible. Like this. They're all packed. They got people outside. I see people in the streets. It's crazy. I always say to my people, why don't you just get a bigger airport? Well, these are better than the arenas because, you know, our rallies are bigger than they've ever been. And the arenas, even if it's 18,000 people, we've had 40, 45, 50. You can't hold them. And you know what's nice? You get out of the plane, you say a few words, you go back to the plane, you say bye-bye, vote for me. But that's actually what Democrats do. They say, vote for me, and they're lovely to you for a few months before the election. And after the election, they're gone. And nobody's done for Michigan what I have. You have car plants being built all over. And you didn't have a plant built in 42 years. You have them all over. I tell Japan, I tell Germany, no, we're not interested. Go and build plants. And I always suggest Michigan because I have to tell you, I think of cars, I think of Michigan. When I got the Man of the Year, I got Man of the Year in Michigan a long time ago, like 12 years ago. Nothing to do with politics. They wrote Man of the Year. I came here and I gave a big lecture on the fact. I said, Mexico is stealing your plants. They're going to Canada. You lost 32% of your car production. I said, what the hell is going on? It turned out to be quite a controversial acceptance, but I felt that. It's probably the #1 reason that I'm standing here, because of trade. And have we turned that around? 7 days from now, we're going to win the great state of Michigan. And we're going to win 4 more years in the White House. And by the way, there has never been a campaign. There has never been a campaign in the history of this country. First of all, there's never been a movement like this. But there's never been a campaign, and we had the record. You know, the record was 4 years ago, that has had more enthusiasm or bigger crowds. There's never been. Don't forget, they may have a crowd that's a big crowd the night before an election, you know, but not really. There's never been. Thank you. Thank you. That's really nice. A phrase I say, I don't think they'll find it, because look at all of them back there. Look at them. Oh. Hello, John Roberts. He's been very nice to us. John Roberts has been very nice to us. Thank you, John. But, John, there's never been a phrase, we love you, in the history of politics. I don't care where you go. And it happens, and I love you too. I do. I love you too. That's why we're here. But there's never been anything like this in terms of enthusiasm, in terms of crowds. I saw Obama this morning. He had a couple of cars, they're honking their horn. And then I saw Sleepy Joe. So he came out yesterday, right? And you're going to see this. He came out yesterday, and he made a speech, and then they had to rip him off the stage because he had lost it, because he's gone. Once again, Michigan is going to answer the call of history and show the world that Sleepy Joe Biden, his dark money donors, and his corrupt special interests, and by the way, there's never been anything like this. He goes into a country, and the family walks out with millions of dollars, millions and millions of dollars. And then the press isn't allowed to report. The press doesn't report it. They don't cover it. New York Times, Washington Post, They don't cover it. CNN, you know, I introduced a great justice of the Supreme Court last night, right? They say it's the most important thing a president can do. I say maybe military, but regardless, we've rebuilt our military like nobody would ever believe. But you know what? It's one of the most important, especially because this turns the court. They had a whole thing, most important thing in 50 years. And CNN and MSDNC didn't cover. They didn't cover. They wouldn't cover. They just couldn't, even though the ratings go through the roof. 60 Minutes had very good ratings the other night, a fake report, but the ratings go through the roof. But they didn't cover my introduction. Can you believe that? My introduction of a woman that's going to be there hopefully for 50 years as far as I'm concerned. And last night we did. We made history and we confirmed Amy Coney Barrett to the United States Supreme Court. And Justice Barrett will defend our rights, will defend our liberties and our God-given freedom. She's going to be fantastic, and she's a terrific person. Joe Biden, Kamala. Do you like Kamala? Do you like her to be your first president? If he gets elected, 3 weeks into his presidency, they'll say, Kamala, you ready? Let's go. That's why they're talking about the 25th Amendment, right? 3 weeks. 3 weeks in, Joe's shot. Let's go, Kamala, you ready? Most liberal person in the Senate. She makes Bernie Sanders look like a serious conservative. This will not be, we can't let it happen, this will not be the first woman president. You're going to have a woman president. This will not be the first woman president. That's a lot of cameras back there. Yeah, that's right. They're all screaming, Ivanka. You know, Ivanka, you know, she's great. She just loves it. She's out campaigning today, doing really well. But she could be very happy. Her husband's here, Jared Kushner. He's making peace in the Middle East. He's here. Where's Jared? Where's Jared? We got to find him. You know, he's never around too much. He's always sort of, he doesn't want any accolades, but he's done something nobody else has done. He's leading peace in the Middle East without blood. Fine, Jared. He doesn't want to be outside. He's Mr. Inside, but he's smart. But Ivanka, she'd be very happy just being at home with the kids, and we got her working. And you know who's making a speech today? First Lady. She's out in Pennsylvania. She's out in Pennsylvania. People love our First Lady. Our First Lady's doing a great job. I mean, Kamala Harris, of course, she has it the reverse. You know, she's got in the Harris, and he actually said it, didn't he? In the Harris-Biden, you know, I have a great vice president, and we all do. And I want to give him tremendous credit, but I will never say in the Pence-Trump administration. I will never say that, but he says it. That's because he doesn't have any clue where he is. You saw that? And the radical Democrats want to pack the Supreme Court with far-left justices who will shred our Constitution, abolish the Second Amendment, terminate religious liberty, shield violent criminals, and regulate your economy into oblivion. You will have a depression. If he gets in, he's going to raise your taxes at a level that nobody's ever seen. He is the first candidate I've ever seen who is running on a promise that I will raise your taxes. I've never heard that one. I've been involved and followed and studied politics for a long time. He'll be the first one. I will raise your taxes massively. This will be the biggest tax increase in history. I've never heard of that one before. I like running against that guy. This election is a matter of economic survival for Michigan. Look what I've done, we've all done together for this state. This state